Hurricane Melissa and severe weather updates for the Northeast for October 30th, 2025. Good morning, I'm meteorologist Pew, and Hurricane Melissa is still a Category 2 with 105 sustained mile-per-hour winds. And unfortunately, she's not done yet. Even though right now she's passing the Bahamas, she's still accelerating to the northeast towards Bermuda. The somewhat better news is that Hurricane Melissa is not going to make a direct impact to Bermuda, but because she's going to be on the west side, in other words, the island is going to be on the east side of the hurricane, they're still going to see a lot of torrential rainfall and some tropical storm winds. Now, speaking of this mid-level trough, if we go to the states, it's currently at the northeast in this moment. And this trough's pretty well defined and pretty expansive. So it's going all the way from the northern Rockies to the south and then to the northeast. And so on the west side of this trough, everybody in this area can still experience a lot more cooler air coming from the northwest. And so for those in the mid-Atlantic and the northeast, we're going to expect continuation of these showers and possible storms as well. Because we're going to have a lot of mechanisms for upward motion. For example, we're going to have a lot of positive vorticity, which is the spin. And then we're going to have a lot of shear too, which is going to tilt those updrafts and prolong those storms. And so for today, for the mid-Atlantic to the northeast, the Storm Prediction Center has issued a marginal risk or 1 out of 5 for severe weather. And what this entails is that we actually have an isolated risk for a spin-up tornado and a minimal risk for winds up to 60 miles per hour. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, this is pretty much a continuation of this storm system. So we're going to see a lot of these supercells probably about this morning and this afternoon. But regardless, we're going to see a lot of rain upstate and downstate. And so the Weather Prediction Center did issue a marginal risk for flash flooding, specifically in the northeast. So as I'm recording this video around 10 a.m. Eastern time, places like the mid-Atlantic, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, New York, you guys are going to see some isolated scattered thunderstorms pretty much until around 2 p.m. Eastern time. Now, more upstate, you guys are going to see consistent light to moderate rain, and this includes places like Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York. And these are pretty much going to last throughout the day and kind of less so during the evening and into tonight. And this storm system as a whole is going to continue moving northeastward, and so along the east coast with that heavy rain around 6 p.m. Eastern time, places like New York, Connecticut, Rhode Island, Vermont, New Hampshire, you guys are going to see that. And then around like 9 p.m. Eastern time, places like Maine are going to start seeing it. And a lot of these showers are going to persist pretty much overnight and into next morning as well. Couple smaller things that I want to point out: places in the northern Rockies to the eastern Rockies and the plains, you guys are going to have a low pressure that's going to come through, and it's going to be bringing in a lot of surface winds, probably around 15 to 20 miles per hour today. So it's definitely going to feel a little bit more chilly, considering that's going to be bringing in more northerly winds, bringing that cold air down. Another thing I want to point out for tomorrow for the Pacific Northwest is we're going to have another one of those atmospheric rivers, basically one big plume of moisture coming through from the Pacific into the coastline. And so by Friday late morning and afternoon and pretty much throughout the day, you guys are going to have a lot of showers, and there's going to be another marginal risk for flash flooding.